The next example is going to be reconstruction of a paragraph. What is reconstruction of a paragraph? You are given 4 to 5 sentences in the jumbled order, and you are expected to read them and arrange them in the chronological order so that the passage gives you proper sense, right? So I'm going to give you an example of a passage here. Okay, my first question is like this. However, doctors attending on him told us that it was too early to say he was out of danger, right? So my next sentence is this. His pulse rate and blood pressure were normal. The next sentence, the condition of Mr. Verma improved today. And my last sentence, he is still on blood transfusion glucose and saline. All right, so these are the 4 sentences given to you in the examination. How are you going to rearrange them or sequence them in the proper order? You are also given 4 options, right? One is A, B, C, D, then C, B, D, A, D, C, A, B, and B, A, C, D. Try to arrange them in the proper order. What is the first thing you are supposed to look for when you are going to arrange the sentences? If you remember, or if you can look back your notes where we had discussed about the tips how to approach these questions, my very first tip or rule says that look for the theme or the title or the topic of the passage. So when you read all these 4 sentences, we get to know it is about a person. Am I right? And which sentence speaks about that person? Good. Your third sentence, the condition of Mr. Verma improved today, right? So this gives the main idea of the passage. So this is considered as the theme or the topic sentence, right? Now that you had finished with your first sentence, now check which can be your second sentence. The condition of Mr. Verma improved today. What's your second sentence? What can be your second sentence? Can your A be your second sentence? Yeah, it cannot. Why? Because that looks like a concluding sentence. Am I right? See, the other two sentences are like this. His pulse rate and blood pressure were normal. He is still on blood transfusion, glucose and saline. Right? Whereas your A sentence says, however, doctors attending on him told us that it was too early to say he was out of danger. So that looks like a wrapping up sentence. Am I right? So that can definitely not be your second or third sentence, but yes, that can be your fourth sentence. So this can be your first sentence and this can be your fourth sentence. Now you are supposed to decide as to which one you are going to take as your second sentence. Either his pulse rate and blood pressure were normal, or he is still on saline, blood transfusion, glucose and saline. Now see, the first sentence is like this. The condition of Mr. Verma improved today. Okay, after that, your second sentence has to be related. It has to be linked to your first sentence. You cannot say the condition of Mr. Verma improved today. He is still on blood transfusion, glucose and saline, right? They are contradictory. So what can you do is, the condition of Mr. Verma improved today. His pulse rate and blood pressure were normal, right? So that gives more, in-depth idea as to how Mr. Verma has improved today. So I chose my B as a second sentence, and he is still on blood transfusion even though it is his condition has become normal. He is still on blood transfusion. So that is my third sentence, and my fourth sentence I would say still doctors have not ruled out any possibilities, right? So my order is this: C, B, D, A. So this is my correct answer, right? So you should not be in a hurry to read and have your own sequence. Always keep the basic tips and rules in mind so that you do not commit any mistakes when you are trying to sequence your sentences to give a meaningful passage or sequence your words to give a meaningful sentence.